one of the world's busiest sea lanes, has claimed another ship. A cargo vessel disappeared beneath the waters of the Strait of Hormuz. The crew escaped alive, but in another incident, an Indian crew lost his life. As war fears spread across the Gulf, there is nothing called routine shipping anymore. The Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical maritime choke points, has witnessed yet another serious incident amid rising regional tensions. Iran's Fars news agency reported that a cargo ship sank after colliding with another vessel in the Strait of Hormuz. According to Fars, all 23 crew members aboard the cargo ship were successfully rescued. Visuals circulating after the incident showed the vessel partially submerged before disappearing beneath the water, with rescue efforts taking place in the surrounding waters. Iranian authorities have not yet released further details about the cause of the collision or the identities of the vessels involved. The incident comes as security concerns continue to mount across the Gulf following recent military exchanges involving Iran and the United States. In a separate development, Reuters, citing the father-in-law of a missing crew member, reported that an Indian national who disappeared after an attack on the commercial vessel GFS Galaxy off the coast of Oman has been confirmed dead. According to India's Ministry of External Affairs, 10 of the 11 Indian nationals aboard the vessel were rescued. The confirmation marks the first reported fatality among the Indian crew following the attack, underscoring the growing risks facing commercial shipping in the region as maritime tensions continue to escalate. The confrontation between the United States and Iran is widening beyond direct military strikes, with both sides now issuing increasingly aggressive warnings over the future of energy security and the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical maritime choke points. On July 15th, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps claimed it had launched attacks targeting facilities linked to the US Navy's Fifth Fleet in Bahrain, signaling what it described as another phase of its retaliation against American military operations in the Gulf.
The attack was aimed at command and control centers, logistics facilities, fuel depots, and military equipment sites. The attacks were in response to U.S. hostile actions, and the enemy should expect the closure of other oil and gas export routes that serve the interests of America and its allies. If Washington attempts to restrict oil and gas exports by controlling regional shipping routes, other export routes serving U.S. and allied interests could be shut down as well. Energy exports in the region would be for everyone or for no one.
Iran's warning came as the IRGC also vowed broader retaliation if Washington continued military operations aimed at controlling regional shipping lanes. According to the IRGC-linked Fars news agency, Iran also struck what it described as a critical facility in Kuwait on July 15th, triggering multiple explosions and a fire. The claims have not been independently verified, and there has been no immediate confirmation from Kuwaiti authorities. Meanwhile, the United States announced another major round of military operations.
U.S. Central Command completed an additional round of strikes against Iran at 10 p.m. ET, July 14th, hitting dozens of military targets near the Strait of Hormuz and Iranian coastal areas.
CENTCOM said the strikes were part of its continuing campaign to degrade Iran's military capabilities around the strategic waterway. CENTCOM Commander Admiral Brad Cooper also accused Tehran of escalating attacks against civilian shipping.
Over the past 7 days, Iran has intentionally targeted civilians across the region by attacking 7 commercial ships, resulting in nearly a dozen civilian crew members killed, missing, or injured. Iranian forces have also launched dozens of missiles and drones toward neighboring Gulf countries. U.S. forces are holding Iran accountable for unwarranted aggression that continues to endanger innocent lives.
As military operations intensified, Tehran hardened its diplomatic position. Iran's Deputy Foreign Minister Kazem Garibabadi ruled out renewed negotiations with Washington and insisted Iran would maintain its restrictions in the Strait of Hormuz.
The Strait of Hormuz will remain closed until the end of America's evils. Tehran would not be the first to return to talks after accusing Washington of derailing the US-Iran Memorandum of Understanding through its military actions.
Gharibabadi further argued that increased military pressure would not force Tehran back to the negotiating table.
Iran had not abandoned diplomacy, and it was the US that had disrupted the negotiation process. Any assumption that increased pressure or military action could force Iran to seek talks was a mistake, as Tehran would not change its position on the Strait of Hormuz or ease restrictions it has imposed there. We will never request negotiations with the US.
In another statement, Iran's military claimed it had once again struck the US-linked Azraq Air Base in Jordan, which hosts American personnel. Jordan, the Pentagon, and US Central Command had not commented on the claim at the time of reporting. On the American side, President Donald Trump, speaking to Fox News on July 14th, made it clear that the military campaign would continue.
They'll continue until I say it's enough. I mean, they'll continue. They've been, the word the military likes to use is degrade. They've been degraded to a very low level. And they have fight. It's like a great boxer. You think you have him beat, and then all of a sudden he comes back and he gives you a shot. They have some fight left, but they don't have much. And
Trump also suggested the campaign could expand dramatically if Iran refused to negotiate.
As far as taking it is concerned, if we degrade them far enough and deep enough back, I would do that.
Do you anticipate that the strikes we're seeing this week against Iran will expand? Are you considering hitting energy targets or other locations inside of Iran?
I'll save the energy targets for last, but ultimately we'll hit energy targets, yeah. But we're going to hit them very hard tonight. We're going to hit them very hard tomorrow night. We're going to hit them very hard the night after. And then next week it gets really bad for them, because next week comes the power plants. Next week comes the bridges. We're going to knock out all their power plants. We're going to knock out all their bridges unless they get to the table and negotiate.
With Washington expanding its military campaign, Tehran threatening energy routes, and diplomacy appearing frozen, the Gulf region is witnessing one of its most dangerous military standoffs in years, with the security of global energy supplies increasingly at the center of the conflict.